Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play City Skylines. We're still in Quillopolis, and life is good. Life is swell. Plenty of employment, plenty of cheap housing for everyone. Doesn't the city board come up? Oh, and of course there's someone that's going to complain about the fact that we've got a little bit of farming going on. Well, boo-hoo. I like farms. What can I say? You know what the great thing about farms are? Once they kick in, if we get some like cattle ranches or like little pig farms or something, you can name every little pig. Because why not? What do we have here? Phil's Field. That seems like an unnecessary level of scaffolding for an empty field going on here. I like this little fruit orchard. And yeah, the individual little farm plots are, small, but it's meant to be, I don't know, symbolic. Got some power lines running right through there. We'll be able to actually cut back on some of these power lines if we want. I don't think there's any maintenance fee on them. Oh, there is actually. Well, there we go. It'll be really useful for us to go and bulldoze some of these bad boys soon enough. Plus, it'll actually give us more room to build the industry. If I do this, are we still going to be connected? Yes, we are. You can see quite clearly. Do this. I do have to leave this one for now, though, and this one. So we're saving a little bit of money, but we're not really unlocking any more space. But actually, no. We need stuff to hit the other side of the road to extend that, and then I can get rid of this one, and that'll be fine. Oh, we can get rid of all this, though. Look, there's a continuous block of power going on here, so we'll get rid of this stuff. It's ugly. No one likes power lines. Boom. Just like that. Whoa. Oh, this area's gone dark. Right. Right. Alright, let's do one of those for now, then. That'll be good enough. And then we'll figure out more once things come in. Ah, there we go. IMHO. Yellow cornfields are a much better sight than dirty factories. Hashtag cows, hashtag farming, hashtag more money. I like the chirper. Some people are not a fan. What do we got going on here? What are you complaining about? Not enough educated workers. Ah, they want a little bit of educated workers. We do have a school. Let's take a look at its stats here. We do have an elementary school, but actually we have a few people that are eligible for it that cannot go. We have unlocked the high school. Now, ooh, almost 700 eligible. You know what? It is time to build the high school. Should we build it, like, right over here? I kind of like that idea. It's not necessarily the most efficient spot, but I think it'll look quite nice. Let's try to get it as centered as possible. I'm going to bulldoze quite a few extra buildings. But there we have it. Bunch of schooling seems to have reached the local government's to-do list. Hashtag learn for life. So we've got a capacity of 1,000, which is actually going to be about 70% used right now, which is pretty good. Yes, new services. We can put down some parks and beautify our areas. Maybe we should go ahead and start doing that. Obviously, it's going to replace some of our houses, but it'll make it a lot nicer. I can make a smaller one. Now, let's go ahead. Big park. Ah, I love seeing the burst of happy faces. And it is an awfully pretty park. Look at that. We got little picnic tables. Just a place to walk in, which is really nice. The other thing you've got in these beautify tools is these little footpaths that you can put down everywhere. And the pedestrians will walk on them. And you can use them to provide, like, shortcuts. Like, if I wanted to, I could have a little pedestrian path that goes, say, from here to there. And some people might use that to go to work. It's a bit far. That example might not work, but it's another way to help control traffic a little bit. Let's get some more trees down over here. Keep building the oak trees. I don't think trees die from pollution. In SimCity they did. I'm hoping they don't in this one. Have to keep an eye on these areas. What are these? Okay, more industries. Let's go ahead and spend some cash. Sort of bordering the industries and just try to soak up some of that purple goop. These power lines, I believe... Oh no, our sewers are backing up. Okay, I gotta pause. I think these power lines are completely unnecessary. Yeah. I think we've got a nice contiguous... I should go to the power view to take a look at it. There you go. I'll leave this on here, mostly to reach out there, but there we go. Okay, let's take a look at our water situation. Our water availability is really good. Our sewage is not. Why? Oh, because you ran out of power here. Are you still not getting any power? Make much sense to me. Oh, we don't have enough electricity available. Okay, so we need to get... We don't have enough money for it. Well, what I can do very quickly is I can put in power usage restrictions. It's fairly expensive. 5 cents a building, just like the smoke detectors. It will temporarily alleviate some of our electrical demand, which is good. we'll spend a little bit of extra money just because we don't have the cash to build another wind turbine right away. We'll just run that for now, so we get slightly less money per day, but everything has enough power, and our sewage problem is fixed, mostly, isn't it? Yeah, sewage treatment, good. So that backlog will go away, which is really good. Sewage backup is a really big problem because it'll cause massive health problems, and then it'll cause a bunch of people to die, and then it'll cause a bunch of people to, a bunch of buildings to become abandoned because they're full of dead people, and then that will drag down housing prices, and people will start to abandon your city and leave. So you don't want that. Turns out that sewage backups are really bad news. Who knew? You need more workers. I actually need a little bit of commercial area as well. We'll take a look at that. I think what I'm going to do is make a bit... Can I come through here without smashing that building? No. Let's say a bit of a private neighborhood over here. Not sure what the best way of doing this would be. Trying to minimize making any weird connections for traffic, but I guess it's not the end of the world. If I did something like come through this house. Sorry, no offense, guys. Something like that, and then maybe another bit of a road comes here just to a dead end. You know, like that. So I'll put down a few shops here for people. Let's go and use the paint tool. There we go. Just a little shopping, and then go back to the residential tool and just use the marquee to fill in the gaps there. There you go. Definitely don't overdo it to commercial. A little goes a long way towards alleviating some of the demand. The important thing is really the residential and industrial, because industrial provides most of the jobs, and the residential is where the workers come from, so you keep that going. Plus, it increases your city's population, which means you unlock some things. We're not making a ton of money right now. See, it's really dropped down because of our power restrictions. We are definitely... Ooh, we're losing some people. Abandoned buildings? Oh no, let's bulldoze those right away. People will come and settle into the abandoned buildings once again, but the problem is while they're there, housing prices are going to be dropped in that area. So I'm really trying to keep the happiness up and bring more people in. And right now I'm just hoping to make some money. Ideally, without increasing my power load too much, since I can't really afford to put any more. We're making twice as much water as we need to, though. I'm going to go ahead and drop the budget for water about that much. And also, I'm going to boost the taxes on commercial areas and maybe industrial areas a little bit. I'll keep... people are moving into the city. Let's go ahead and bring the taxes up a little bit, too. People are still coming in. People are still coming in. Good. So we'll increase our income. Because what we need to make sure to do is that we have enough money to go and build another windmill relatively soon. I mean, as a temporary gap fix, I could go and just boost their budget. But again, you're sort of spending more than you have to do that. It's not as efficient as just building a new one. There we go. I think it's 6,000 bucks. Yeah, 6,000 bucks. So we can now afford another windmill. It will get the 8 megawatts once more. There we go, and as soon as that kicks in, I can get rid of this ordnance, which is very expensive. And we should still be good on power. Just barely. We'll build another one as soon as we get a few bucks. And we're okay, and the yellow is not critical. We're making... There we go, we've got enough money. So let's go ahead and... Boom. Now we're going to be okay. Good. Long term, maybe later on we can build a bunch of sewage plants. Okay, right now we're complaining about water. It's not that... Oh, it might be that we don't have enough. Maybe I cut the budget a little too much. Let's go to like 85. Because they might have a bit of a power problem. Okay, now we're going to be okay. But it's bad. Whenever that happens, you can suddenly find yourself with a population crash. People aren't going to live in the city that doesn't have any water. Fire! Fire! There's a fire truck, but it's quite far from the fire station. You can see here, 3 alarm fire. Well, technically it's 1 alarm because it's just 1 station. But 4 trucks will come because they're not busy doing anything else. And did they get it in time? They did. It's still looking a little toasty, this juice press, but it has actually survived, which is very important. So do we have any, no pig farms yet? Oh, I want some piggies. Still a little shy on workers. There is still a commercial and residential demand. So we'll go and get some of those going relatively soon. Now, you do get a little bit of pollution around the agriculture, but not as much. Quadrocopters, okay. So tell you what, let's, what are we going to do? Let's go ahead and get maybe a nice little arc coming off of this. And then we'll keep it going. Like so. And then straight line. Straight line. To there. We could fill in the gap, but you know, it's not bad to have a little bit of green space. I don't know. I think this one here, I think I'm going to go ahead and split it. There's still going to be a little bit of green space, which will be fine. I'm going to make this area be a residential. And then what we're going to do is extend this out by 2. One more tick. You know what? I'll just make a road a little bit longer and do that. And then I think I'm going to cut it this way. Just to be different. Just to mix up the look of these neighborhoods. And we'll go ahead and plop down a bit of a commercial district. Right kind of in here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to start my marquee on the square so it's lined up the way that I want it. Like so. And then the rest of it can all be residential. There we are. Traffic is definitely starting to build up. We're going to have to pay attention to our situation here with these roads. This cross traffic is starting to get quite big. In fact, I think what we might end up doing... Oh, we're in Boomtown! 2,600 people. We get a new area. Not that we're what, like a third of the way through populating our current area, and that's with doing sort of inefficient and unpacked kind of situations. We can now do public transit. I think we can start doing, yeah, buses. There we go. Or industry specialization, that's great. Oh, the recycling plant. Or not, we can encourage recycling. It gives us less tax income, but reduces garbage, or grabbage accumulation. It's my favorite typo in the game so far. Again, this is a pre-release copy of the game. Also, we've unlocked some roundabouts and highways, and advanced wind turbine, that's really good. Oh, and the cemetery, which we're going to have to put down right away. Do not delay with the cemetery, because now people are going to start dying, and if there's no cemetery to sort of, you know, collect the bodies, it's going to lead to some problems. I think I might put the cemetery downtown. And my logic is... No, we can't quite fit it in here. My logic for this is that the grave... I'm thinking it will ultimately produce less traffic than a bunch of houses. And it's also a little bit more central, which is good. People don't only die at homes, they sometimes die at work and different things, and this means that the hearses can get places a little bit faster. So I'm going to do that. We will get a happiness boost with death care. Oh, we left a little bit of a gap there. Yeah, that's fine. No worries at all. We've got a good amount of money banked up, and we can now do the water-based turbines, which are really good. I think probably finish the windmills on the shore, just to get a nice complete set. We're starting to run a little low on power, so while we're paying attention here, let's go ahead and build that. And maybe we'll put in one more, just to complete the set. All right, that's pretty good. We'll use that power really soon, because we are expanding our areas. What else did we get at this level? I don't remember. Oh, the ore industry specialization. Right, so I want to ore this place up. So now as we watch, a lot of the industry will start to replace itself. See it start to disappear? Boop, 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 boop. And then it'll get rebuilt as ore industry, which required what? Extra... It was extra power? More ground pollution and more electricity, but gives us a little bit more money. Now, we've got lots of ground pollution already. In fact, it's... We might want to replace a few of these industrial buildings. Like right here, you're going to pollute a lot into my buildings. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to replace you with a park. Maybe a park with trees. How about this one right over here? I'm going to try to keep the houses there. So if I do this, that's something. And then with the zoning, yeah, I'm going to just right-click and drag to unzone that area, and then replace it with a residential zone. So that industry will go away. We can leave some of this here, which is fine. But down here, let's go with a plaza with trees. Put it right there. Because I think that was... Oh, that's industrial. Oh, alright, well, I'll dezone you and replace you with commerce instead. There we are. So hopefully that'll keep the pollution in check. I'd rather, I think, that this was just sort of like dirt brown instead of purple, although I will say that the purple is very visible. You can see all my industry has gone away. We're waiting for it to be rebuilt. Oh, electricity. Oh, it broke my electrical connections. So as a temporary placeholder, we're going to do Something like that. Yeah, my electricity's not getting to the rest of the town, which is very bad. Very, very, very bad. Okay, now they're rewired. And once these buildings pop in again, we'll get okay. Yeah, there was a second of no sewage because there was no power there. Oh, you can see the sewage pouring into the water. Getting things nice and polluty. Lovely. All right. So these buildings will complain about not having any power, but that will fix itself relatively soon. Everything here has power, everything on the outside has power, and those connections will be recreated as they just pop in the right places. So we will be okay. We just have to wait. Trucks actually arrive to build the buildings. Oh yeah, and power will spread this way as well. So it'll be okay. I could put a little power line in the middle just to help connect things up, but it's not required. Yeah, they're complaining about blackouts, but just wait 2 seconds, all y'all. You'll be fine. And right now, our electricity available is huge just because we don't have that many buildings. And some of the buildings we have aren't even using any power because they're not connected to the grid. Do you really have any water? No, I think it was just a temporary shortage. Ooh, actually, water available and sewage treatment is being a little bit impacted. So let's bring it all the way up to 100 so we get our ideal efficiency. There we go. That's going to be good. We will have to build another water pump and sewage output vent relatively soon. So this one's like freaking out by the electricity. These guys have just started freaking out, or just started complaining, but they will go to full freak out, and these buildings will be abandoned soon if we don't get them connected. But yeah, you can see here we've got mining solutions, or corporation. What's this one called? More mining solutions. I mean, I expect most of them will be called that. Oh, the Quill Swag place has gone away. Oh. So, and the other thing is, we're no longer going to be producing much in the way of goods. We're producing a lot of ores. Oh, we actually have a fire, but it's being worked on. Go, firemen, go! It's nice. The fact that so many trucks can respawn here. We just have very few fires anywhere right now, which is why they're working together and being like, well, let's just... Oh, there's one going over there. I think it just started as I was talking about it. I don't think this game is suffering from the early SimCity problems of trucks behaving stupidly. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty certain that the fire trucks really do, like, if we had multiple fires going on, they would spread out. It may have to do with the size of the fire, too. They might be like, no, we need this many trucks here. Disconnect the power grid. Yeah, well, just for now. Alright, it's gone on for a fair amount of time. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and run a little connection there. Just because it is starting to be a bit of an issue at this point. It'll fill in, given time, but it's a little slower. These specialized industries, I think, come in a little bit slower than some of the others. What do you have here? Beefcakes! Beefcake! There's no actual cows yet, though. They're still getting set up. I like these little roads. These look like, you know, cute little neighborhoods. I don't know, just my preference. Have you lost your wallet? Yeah, I totally lost my wallet. It's mine. Yeah. Ooh, abandoned building over here. Go ahead and get rid of that so it's not bringing down tax dollars. Let's check healthcare. Okay, so we're on the cemetery right now, so it's showing us cemetery usage. It's currently at 0%. 14 buried people, but that's it. Healthcare, only 22 sick citizens, and we can handle 100. Good. Very good. Fire. There is some fire hazard going on. We may end up wanting to build a second fire truck or fire station. Maybe like right here. Actually, I think that would be a swell idea. I mean, it's going to add cost, but I think it's actually going to work out relatively well just to make sure everything is okay. Crime rate is very low. Everything is fine. We do have our one police station, but other than that, we are all right. Schools. We could potentially use a second elementary school at this point. We're still not quite at our capacity for high school, although soon enough. Whoa, sewage is starting to be a complaint. Let's go ahead and put down another elementary school over here. There we are. Check the water flow. What's going on? No, I think we legitimately need to build our second pump and second outflow right now. As far as I can tell, the usage for water and sewage is generally samey. It could be the farmland will cause it to desync, but you can see the need is pretty same one to the other. So we'll go ahead and this is our water pumping station. We'll just put it as close as possible to the other one because why not? I don't think it matters. Although they do have the little circle. Maybe a little bit of space. I think it just so happened to actually connect to the pipe, which is nice, so we don't have to build any more. And the sewage outflow, we'll put it over here, and then I'll just do a pipe that runs like so. Alright, so now if we check, the numbers should go up for both. Oh, are you complaining about power? We do need more electricity. All right, let's go ahead and build our first advanced wind turbine. Can create 0 to 20. Oh, and it's got to be entirely within the city limits here. Oh, we can put it right on the shore as well. I mean, you can't put it on land. It's got to be in the water. And the pumps might get in the way. We're going to have to expand a little bit. For now, let me go ahead and put it right here. 20 megawatts from that. It doesn't need a road, but it does need to be connected to the grid, which it is right now. So we should be fine on electricity. As soon as this kicks in. There we go. It's starting to spin. Good amount of power. So what's the upkeep here? It's 20 for 20. So it's got the same cost efficiency as the regular wind turbine. Costs twice as much to build, but it actually gives us more than double the power. But what's important is the upkeep matches. It's 10 bucks per megawatt, which I'm quite happy about. All right, still complaining about workers a little bit. Still need a little bit of commercial area, but not bad at all. I'm digging it. Again, traffic might start to be a much. I think we might end up making these bits here, the 4-lane avenues, this way and this way. I think that will help to alleviate traffic, but we don't have to worry about that quite yet. We'll require that we move our, what is this? Oh, yeah, the elementary school and the medical clinic. But for now, so good. So far, so good. Don't want to build too fast. I'm quite happy with how things are going. The city continues to grow. Some of our allocations here haven't even kicked in fully yet. I guess what I could do is take this road and maybe go into the freeform road and sort of do something kind of like this. And then we can switch to the straight tool. And just do something kind of like this. And just put some little neighborhoods in there. I'll go and paint down some more commercial areas over here so that people can shop nearby. And then residential that. There, I think that'll be nice. Oh, we'll need to make sure they've got water connection. There we go. And a little bit more that way. Good stuff. And people tend to move in really, really fast. Generally speaking, still... oh, it's educated workers they're looking for. How is our education system going? Good capacity here. High school is starting to be a bit pushed, and also there's a question of just range. We could put down a second high school in this area. Graduated citizens. And I mean, maybe we just actually have to wait for more people to graduate. Maybe I won't stress out too much about changing that. Got a few abandoned buildings over here. We need a lot of educated workers to work these. See, the normal industry didn't have to worry about that. But these industries are actually having real problems getting enough educated workers. Can I... oh, education boost. I can't do it yet. Prioritize education over working for young adults. So more young adults will decide to become educated instead of going directly into the work life. All right, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to build another high school right now. I'm going to put it here. Then what I'm going to do, because we're still good on money, I'm going to extend these roads out more. We'll do something kind of like that. Connect some things up. Maybe put in another neighborhood over here. Again, you know, I could be clumping things together a lot more. This is going to be a little bit denser. But I'm trying to avoid... I like white spaces. Or, not white spaces, green spaces. White spaces when you're like a web designer. Let's use this tool instead. There we go. Something like that. And then my idea is make another commercial center there. And then just marquee this whole area as residential. Healthcare availability is good, although the reach out here might be a bit poor. We will ultimately maybe want to build another clinic over here, just to make sure that it doesn't take as long for ambulances to get everywhere. Garbage. Landfill is actually starting to fill up quite quickly. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to preemptively go ahead and plop down another landfill over here. Now, it is very far from the other side of town, but landfills are dirty. And what we can do over here is put down incinerators, which are also a little bit dirty, but I don't think they're as bad. And we're going to start to rely on those a little bit more once we get that technology. So for now, we want these houses to keep going. And yeah, we've got the second high school over here, which will be easier for people to reach. So the two high schools are a bit overkill, but it'll pay off soon enough. I mean, we're going to have enough people soon that we will need both high schools operational. And we clearly need some educated people. We don't need very educated people. We don't need universities yet. Which is good, because universities, you know, add a fair bit of cost. We're still making $5,000 right now. Really, really good. Kind of getting some oddball shapes over here. And we're running into the thing where, because I haven't bought any terrain, we've got sort of unnatural kind of like square edges over here. So I will want to buy more territory soon, just so that it doesn't look like a boxy town. Maybe I should do that now. Here's the question, where do we want to expand to? Do we want to go to the seaside? I kind of want the rest of this lake. I'd like to build all the way around this lake. We could build here, which is kind of the edge, but maybe we'll just get like this area here. And we don't have to build square. We can, okay, I'm going to want this one no matter what. So let's go ahead and purchase this spot. And once you do that, you can see we can keep just going east, for example, or we can go north. We've got like real options about where we build. We'll just have to make decisions about that at some point. If you've got any ideas, please leave them in the comments. I'm really excited to see what people think about all that. We can't build a bridge here unless we want to demolish some of our windmills. It would be a decent place for a bridge, but I think, yeah, we'll just sort of get a big looping road around this way. It might be a good idea for us. Ooh, fires. Fire! Fire! There's a fire truck, though. There we go. And yet, it looks like because it's a size 1 building, only one fire truck comes. So they must send fire trucks based on how many buildings, how big the building is, because you probably need more water. Okay, sewage. Why is the sewage off? Electricity. We're short on electricity. Yep, we definitely are. Let's go ahead and get another one of these bad boys. Can I fit this in here? Really? Is that? I'm confused. I shouldn't be able to build here. Oh, I was clicking behind. I'm like, it looked, from the angle I was, of like, how it looks like it's floating above things. I didn't realize that. There we go. I'll have to place it looking down next time to figure it out, but that's okay. Power is alright. We probably want to make sure we've got a little bit more going on. Here, let's do that, just to give us a thing. We can build straight across this way. I like how it's got little solar panels, too. Like, it's a combination of both solar and wind. Very efficient. This isn't connected to anything anymore. It doesn't need to exist, I don't think. How's our zoning over here? It is still... Oh, it's not all zoned. I didn't realize that. Okay, industrial. Box that all out. So here's what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is we grab like the 4 lanes. Maybe even a 6. I think a 6 would be overkill. I think the 4 lanes here. And connect from here going this way. And then go from, say, here. Across here to there. That way people from the inner downtown ring could connect to the more major avenue that will make a big loop around here. And then we'll have tons of things that come off of that. I think that might be really good. Could it connect this road over here, but I think it'd just create too much traffic that we don't necessarily want. I'd rather feed people into the one-ways over here because I think it keeps traffic flowing a lot better. No real traffic jams, except for the ones coming into the city. Yeah, that's pretty traffic jammy. We're coming into the city. I wonder what we can do. Is everyone trying to make a left turn? Is that the problem here? Why do so many people want to go left? Well, some of them are doing U-turns. And you know what? I bet you there's very few people that need to go the other way around. Because our loop... Oh, it's a left turn. You can't make a right turn here. Everyone's going left because of that. Or straight, because then they can make another thing here. I think it's a mistake to have this. What it does enable is anyone who's coming down this way in the city to make a U-turn that way. But if push comes to shove, they can go the other way. I'm going to go ahead and bulldoze this. I'm then going to use the highway, the 3-lane highway thing, like that. There we go. So everyone who wants to make a U-turn can do it a lot easier. This is funny when, like, they don't necessarily always obey the lights. Oh, it's a stop sign. Or no, there's no lights here, which is kind of weird to me. Is it because it's a highway? Because we get traffic lights. Yeah, there's traffic lights here. How come we don't have traffic lights over here? I'm thinking it's something to do with the fact that it's a highway. we might not want to use this kind of connection here because it looks a little disorganized. I bet you it would be better if we had an actual traffic light system. So I think we want to change some of this configuration. Interesting, though. Huh. Oh, this video's gone on way too long. Hey, we're now a busy town. What a good place to put a stop. We've got some extra city planning policies, level 4 building, oil industry specialization, which we'll have to see if we do have any of it. More roads have now been unlocked. All the ones with trees and things are more expensive, but they increase land value and reduce noise pollution. And we got our bigger police headquarters, fire station, and hospital, which have like more trucks basically, and we can do an oil power plant. Well, all right. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you very much for watching another episode, folks, and I will see you guys next time.